What is up, Cleveland Browns fans? It's your old friend IndyCar Tim here with the Cleveland Browns Daily Blitz right here on FanStream Sports. Welcome into the show. Welcome into the network. Welcome into our studio. As it is the day after Monday Night Football, we've had some time to think. We've had some time to reflect on what might have been with Jameis Winston at quarterback and Jerry Jeudy at wide receiver. My goodness, what might have been. Career nights for both of these guys, setting history in an unfortunate 41-32 loss for the Browns. Jameis Winston had a night to remember and a night to forget, as Jaquan McMillan returned an interception for 44 yards for a game-sealing touchdown with 1:48 left in the game. And Denver spoiled career-best performances by Winston and former first-round draft pick for the Broncos wide receiver Jerry Jeudy in the 41-32 loss on Monday Night Football. There wasn't snow, there wasn't ice, but it was almost just as fun to watch up there in Denver. The good for Jameis Winston, he threw for a franchise record of 497 yards on the night and 4 touchdowns. The bad, he threw 2 pick sixes on the night. The Broncos registered 3 interceptions for 171 total return yards against him. An insane night for Jameis Winston on both sides of the ball. When you think about it, it was kind of reminiscent of his best/worst year as a starter in Tampa Bay, which was 2019. He led the NFL with 5,109 yards. He was second in touchdown passes in the NFL with 33, but he also led the league in interceptions with 30. The only time a quarterback in the history of the league has ever thrown for 30 and 30. And probably will never happen again. Meanwhile, Jerry Jeudy, visiting the team that had drafted him back in 2020 with the number 15 overall pick, had 9 catches for 235 yards. It is the most yards receiving in NFL history by a player going against his former team. He added a touchdown. Jeudy had played all the first 4 years of his career in Denver. He was booed every time he touched the ball, which was weird. It really wasn't his fault that he was bad in Denver. It really wasn't. But he's a different player now, and he certainly showed that to the fans. It looked like it was some friendly back and forth by Jerry Jeudy and the fans there. Nick Benito intercepted Jameis Winston, took it 71 yards to the house late in the second quarter. Winston became the first NFL quarterback to throw for 400 or more yards with 4 or more touchdown passes and 2 pick sixes. A very Jameis Winston thing to do, if you have not followed his career much through Tampa and New Orleans. Broncos quarterback Bo Nix finished with 295 yards passing, including an incredibly gorgeous deep ball from his own end zone that Marvin Mims Jr. hauled in for a 93-yard touchdown. Nix also threw 2 picks in his rookie season. The Broncos now are 8-5. They enter their bye week in the 7th and final playoff spot in the AFC. Denver has a 76% probability of making the postseason, according to the NFL. The team hasn't been in the playoffs since winning the Super Bowl with Peyton Manning after the 2015 season. Winston surpassed the Browns' record of 457 yards passing set by Josh McCown back in 2015 against the Ravens. He threw a 70-yard TD pass to Jerry Jeudy and a pair of scores to tight end David Njoku. In falling to 2-3 as a starter for the Browns, who are 3-9 on the season now, since he replaced the injured Deshaun Watson. Does anybody even remember Deshaun Watson plays for this team? Just a huge influx of energy with Winston under center here. It's palpable. It's noticeable. It just looks like a different team. Of course, 1-6 the Browns were when Winston took over, and 2-3 now as a starter. You just kind of wonder if they'd gone into the preseason, into the offseason, thinking Winston was going to be the starter. Again, Jameis Winston is not Tom Brady. There's a reason he got booted out of Tampa. There's a reason New Orleans didn't need him anymore or want him anymore. But he certainly showed he's got something, right? Kind of got to take the good with the bad. And we saw that just in a microcosm in the game Monday night. Cleveland actually led 32-31 on Winston's 5-yard touchdown pass to Nick Chubb when Nix drove the Broncos to the Browns' 9. On 4th and 1, Peyton lined up to go for it, but changed his mind after a timeout. Will Lutz kicked the go-ahead 27-yard field goal with 2:54 left. Winston and the Browns had plenty of time to drive for the winning score, but Winston's throw to Elijah Moore was late, and McMillan jumped the route, picked it off. He fell down to the turf. I thought he got touched, but replay showed that he did not, so he jumped up to his feet, sprinted to the end zone for the second pick six. Jerry Jeudy, the first-round draft pick in 2020, was traded to Cleveland this spring after an up-and-down 4 seasons with Denver. He paused at the goal line before falling backward into the end zone on his long TD catch. I believe it was 70 yards. He also caught a 2-point conversion to pull the Browns to 28-25. The play by Jeudy came just 11 seconds after Nix threw a laser from about 4 yards deep in his end zone to Mims around the 42. Mims caught it in stride, raced to the end zone, and jumped into the stands to celebrate. The Browns fell to 4-13 in the Mile High City overall. Dustin Hopkins missed a 47-yard field goal to the left on Cleveland's opening drive. And what is it with field goal kickers in the NFL in Week 12? Good Lord. It's like they all forgot how to kick. It's kind of crazy to watch. But good God. So, you know, is there a good loss in the NFL? I don't know. Teams sometimes say that. It's not a good loss. All losses are bad. You should have won the game. You played well enough to win the game, if not for some mistakes by your quarterback. But at the same time, your quarterback is why you were in the lead to begin with. And he's the guy that got you there with those points on the board with 32. But you can't take anything away from Jameis Winston. This is literally his game. He will make the most amazing throw, the most amazing read, the most amazing play on you. And then on the next possession, throw the most boneheaded, inexplicable pass you will ever see. And sometimes it's infuriating. It's confusing. It's sometimes fun to watch. And it's head scratching at times. So it is what it is. Brandon Jones, the safety, suffered a groin injury. We'll have more on his status for the upcoming week as the Browns prepare for Pittsburgh on Sunday. We'll talk about Jones and preview the game for you here on the Cleveland Browns Daily Blitz here on FanStream Sports. We'll get into some of that. I would love to speak with you guys about the Broncos game, what you thought of it, what maybe the future is of Jameis Winston here in Cleveland. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want him to be re-signed? Remember, he's here on a 1-year deal. He's kind of playing for his future. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear from you at IndyCar Timm on Threads, on X, on Blue Sky. Find me on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever you are. LinkedIn, hell, I don't know. Just wherever I am, just go find me. I'd love to hear from you. Or just comment in the comment section underneath the video here on FanStream Sports TV, our YouTube channel. We will be back to preview the Steelers right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCar Timm. Until next time, boys and girls, we'll see you.